pressed on that, and he said, no, I had not made my final determination yet because I didn't meet with Mr. Gates and I didn't want to interject a military decision in this time of politics. So that's an interesting point. Now, the president seemed to indicate he already knew he was going to do this, whether he had made a final determination, but did not answer when put that question to him days before the election. So developments here. The other part of this, Joe, politically, what has happened? The Democrats' victory has now sort of been off of the headlines for the last hour or so. The president has been able to try to, in the course of that defeat at the ballot box, change the subject by talking about Donald Rumsfeld. Well, that does not necessarily reflect favorably on this White House. The president is trying to show that he's taking action, and they're certainly controlling the message during this moment. Joe?
They certainly are. Kelly O'Donnell, thank you so much for that report. And you may want to go across the street and tell Ms. Sheehan her side won last night. Thanks for being with us. Let's bring on our panel right now. I want to go first to you, Pat Buchanan. You certainly have followed the career of Mr. Gates. He is an impressive bureaucrat, few rough edges, certainly seems to be the type of man who can help the Bush 43 team get together with the Bush 41 team and move forward.
He's extraordinarily impressive. He was the president's first choice, as I understand it, for the director of national intelligence.
Firsthand, as Discovery takes you back to the top of the world.
It's ridiculous. How people got here to die.
And so I think this does indicate a major change in policy. What it's going to be, we're not sure, but James Baker. Gates is a member of the Baker team. And so, again, you have the neoconservatives are gone from the administration. The architects, who might be considered the architects of a disaster, and the vice president is isolated.
That era ended last night. And let me ask you...
Rise of Condoleezza Rice. That we know that there has been a great deal of tension always with Secretary Rumsfeld and Colin Powell. Even when Rice was National Security Advisor, she had tension with Rumsfeld. Then as she becomes Secretary of State, still tension. And now that Gates is a confidant of Condi Rice, now that Gates is a confidant of Scowcroft and 41, this is the rise of Condoleezza Rice and perhaps a new foreign policy.
Craig Crawford, what's your response to the events of the day and the president's press conference overall?
Even lame ducks can make news, I'd say. We're not even going to talk about President Bush as a lame duck for a while, which I think probably was going to be the discussion. He's demonstrated that he's president. He can take control of the news cycle. Picking up on Kelly O'Donnell's point, there is the news management angle on this. Huge policy angle. I love the Shakespearean family angle with the father.
43 versus 41.
But yeah, I see some reverse effect for Democrats here that's to their benefit in that if they do follow Nora's point there and come out and get behind this, it buys them some time to come up with their own answers on Iraq, which I think they were going to be under pressure to do. What is your alternative? It buys them some time, and they can now focus on the minimum wage, the Medicare, the student loans, the things that they wanted to do in the first 100 hours, and not be pressured so much by the media and the public to come up with their own Iraq answers.
And Joe, in fact, there has been reaction, I apologize, from Democrats, a number of Senate Democrats, and let me say Harry Reid, who could be the next Senate Majority Leader, saying by accepting the Secretary of Defense's resignation, President Bush has taken a step in the right direction. Dianne Feinstein saying Secretary Rumsfeld was stubborn and arrogant. He didn't listen. He did not change course when it was apparent, when it was needed. Chuck Schumer, of course, who led the Democrats in the Senate to knock off a number of Republican senators, saying yesterday's election was a cry for change, and for the first time it looks like the president is listening.
But that,
Pat Buchanan, so President Bush now has Charles Schumer and Dianne Feinstein and Harry Reid on his side. You've got to be very excited.
Well, listen. Let me say this. Look, the president has stepped out in front. With due respect for those fellows, they're going to be way down in the bottom of the story. He has made dramatic news. He has moved on Iraq. He appears to have responded to the American people. He's done something, frankly, it was going to be necessary for him to do in the next number of months.